what your experience with our inspectors have been, but I think most people find them, pretty pleasant to work with.
Yeah, they're easy to work with. And after 15 years, I know I've had a lot of different inspectors, and I know they're all going to request some of the same information. Some will request different information. But when they come, because to me it's all about time. I'm trying to save as much time as they can. When they come, I have everything ready.
Yeah.
So I got, because I know they're going to want to see this receipt, this receipt, this receipt, and that receipt. And I got them all ready to go. Right where boom, so I don't waste any time looking for them. They have it right in their hands. In fact, sometimes I'll have the seat orders I'll have copied out ahead of time, so they can, here's my seat order. You don't have to audit it here. Just take it with you.
Go away.
They're nice, pleasant people, but I have other things to do.
But and also, let's say they also have seen a lot of processing facilities, a lot of farms, and I always have really, I never have the perfect clean slate. There's always something that they're like, oh, you should track this better, and you should do this a little differently, and it's always very, very good input that is important. They're always improving my farm in some way.
What are the challenges of doing the certified organic dairy plant?
The plant?
Yeah.
Well, you have to make sure you have to get GMO certification on all the products that you use in terms of cultures and rennet, and that's a little tedious sometimes because a lot of this stuff comes from France, and you're trying to, there aren't that many organic cheese makers. So my cheese making supply person is always trying to dig it up and
Who do you use for
Glengarry.
Okay.
Yeah. So you just have to do it. And I've probably for several years in a row being like, have you gotten that GMO thing on? It's always one culture or something that they're trying to chase down for me, and I think I've got everything in order finally after 14 years. But so that's been a challenge. We had a challenge recently with our kefir. We use a small amount of pectin in. To sort of a stabilizer to keep the whey from. And they changed the rule recently. It was one of those things that you had, they changed it recently that they only want you to buy a certain type of pectin. We don't sell that much kefir. It just goes to Healthy Living and City Market and the Farmers Market. And we've gone through so much product development. So we experimented with this other pectin for a little while. It was a lot more expensive. It's like a 5-month lead time to get the stuff. And we experimented with some samples, and we were just having problems with it. And we just thought, we're just going to drop the certification on the kefir. That was the stumbling block. But we're like, it's organic milk, it's organic maple syrup, and the pectin is not, And so we changed our label around and decided that would be that was probably the biggest hurdle that we've had. And it probably would have, if we had had a huge national market for our kefir, I think we probably would have tried to jump through the hoops to deal with it. And we just so. Coming in, they're looking at your cleaners, but everything is quite straightforward, and they want to make sure your system is trackable. If you have a recall, can you get your products back? All really good things.
Some things you would want to do.
Yeah, exactly.